Hi, my name is Dennis King. I am a member of the Santa Monica Salvation Army Corps. Music's a major part of my being. I was, started playing when I was like age 12, so I was in a top 40 band like at 13, 14 years old until, after I graduated high school, making between $300, $400, $500 a weekend, I was living in South Central Los Angeles. That's when I got into the alcohol and drug thing. I still started with some beer, smoking a little weed, One's too many and 1,000's not enough. And that was written for me. And it escalated, When crack came out in 1980, my brother, it's like I was like, hey, let me get on this ship. And it was like that for like a long period of my life. I was hustling right off at the Shell station there. So I'm saying I was just like doing people's gas and their windows, and then women would come up and I would like help them put air in their tire, you know what I mean? So there was an abandoned car behind my mother-in-law's place. Yeah, I stayed behind my mother-in-law's car, bro, for a month. And the car in front of that, my father-in-law drove. So he walked my daughter to the car. So I would like peep up and see my daughter going to school, and they didn't know I was back there. You know what I'm saying? And I says, I got to stop this here. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me, man. For a quick second, for a quite small inkling, suicide went by my head. And I said, okay, I got to bust a move, because I'm too scared to kill me, and I love life too much. But the thought came by. I was just, headed going downhill, you know what I mean? And my turning point was like after 1 month sleeping in that car, I went to a minister at my old church, which was Liberty Tabernacle Ministries in Gardena. They drove me to the Harbor Light. December 7th, 2007 is when it all started. But as far as me on picking the date and all that, and at Christmas time, I was just happy to walk in there. It was God's impeccable timing. So that was right around that time period going into Christmas. I got into the AA process, you know what I'm saying? And I was going to church there at the Harbor Light too. Different nationalities, some gangbangers, maybe some cats out of prison, maybe I slept next to some murderers, or whatever the case may be. All I knew that I was focused on getting my act together. You had maybe a couple hundred men, we'll say, at the Harbor Light. The next door, you maybe had like 50 to 70 women. So, it was a very, very beautiful program. Their Christmas program. We ate good, and they gave a beautiful little service, and they gave us like a tote bag with stuff in it. I left that little, should I say, service with more than I came in with. Every day I stepped out, I'm walking through and going through Skid Row. And everybody's not doing the right thing, especially down there. You've got your prostitutes, you've got your alcoholics, you got your downtown gangsters, you know what I'm saying? So you're in the midst of it, you know what I mean? You can get sober in Skid Row, you can get sober anywhere. I'm truly grateful to the Salvation Army because my life came together when I came here. My drug usage and everything had gotten so deep that I wasn't playing my drum set. And I started playing immediately when I got back in the Salvation Army. When I had really got deep in my alcohol usage, I had a pretty black pearl drum set. I was out running the streets and stuff. So our guitar player, he had a part of my drum set and he took it to the Salvation Army thrift shop. The rest of my part of my drum set was over with the bass player. Well, he ended up taking the drum set there. I started playing at Santa Monica. Now, I'm walking for the rehearsal. I was like, my drum set. I says, okay, dude, I'm talking to God. You the man. I'll bow down.